If it sounds like I'm outside, it's because I am. Looks like Disney is back at it again. Just saw somebody, I guess, bootlegged or recorded this announcement and posted it online, and I saw it, and Disney's just doing what it's. I thought Disney was done with this whole anti-male, woman empowerment agenda in these products that were not made by women for women, in these products that were made by men for mostly men. I thought they were done with that, but it looks like, dude, it looks like these people are genuinely just psychotic, because they literally just keep throwing their money in the trash. So it's clearly some sort of psychosis with them, but it looks like they're still doing it, still back at it. So I saw the announcement, and and that maybe they'll announce more later. Maybe this was just the initial announcement. I don't think so. I think that this was. I don't think so. Maybe it is, though. Maybe they will announce more people later on. But the initial announcement included Jean Grey, Storm, Emma Frost. Who else was in there? Jean Grey, Storm, Emma Frost, and there was somebody else. There was another, and Rogue, and then Cyclops, and that's it.
Now, we're not actually here to talk about Spider-Man. No, not Spider-Man.
That's right. We are here to talk about something else. We're here to talk about the X-Men.
Please welcome Cyclops, Kid Connor. Playing Emma Frost, Samara Weaving. As Rogue, Indy Neverett. And I'm very proud to introduce as Storm, Maya Boy.
Now, of course, you have Magneto and Xavier in there, but I don't really necessarily count those as team members. They're not really team members. When you think about the X-Men team members, it's going to be 4 women and 1 guy. And why are they doing that? If this is the X-Men, and based on the way the ages of the actors, this would be like early X-Men. The early X-Men consisted of, 4 guys and 1 girl? Where's Warren? Where's Hank? Where's Bobby? They just excluded characters, main important characters. No Beast, no Angel, no Iceman. I mean, Storm and Rogue aren't even part of the original X-Men, so why would they be in this movie if the X-Men is this young? Why not just follow the what the story is? And again, if you don't want to follow what the story is, well, then go produce something different. If you want to make a woman empowerment vehicle, make a woman empowerment vehicle, create your own characters, your own storylines, and then produce it and push it out there. If it's good, it'll make money. If it's not, it won't make money. But make your own thing. Again, with the taking of shit and then changing it to stuff that they wish existed. If you wish it existed, then you make it yourself with your own stuff. So we watch poor Adam Driver. This guy is such a great actor. Based on this casting, that Disney is going to destroy another property, and they're going to have Adam Driver in there as the main villain in the story. They destroyed Star Wars with this woman empowerment garbage, not focusing. And it's not even just that it's woman empowerment. You focus so much on woman empowerment and destroying / degrading / eroding the original characters that you don't make a good story. So even if you had a good female lead in it, like Aliens did, so many other female stories that actually made it, if you don't have a good story with a good female lead in it, it's going to fail. And Disney's just like making garbage, and just, it's like, I guess they just have psychotic people in the writers' rooms, I guess. I don't understand at this point. And on the production team, you're not going to have Beast and Iceman and Angel in the story? I really don't understand it. You're going to take characters that weren't in the X-Men at this point in time, and you're going to put them in just because they were females. So it's and again, maybe they'll make changes. Maybe they're going to do something different. I doubt it. Again, they would have talked about it already. They would have announced the cast. But there's only the one male character in it, Cyclops, and there's all these female characters. I can't even imagine what this shit is going to look like. I can't, even to make fun of it, I can't picture what this shit is going to be with Cyclops and these 4 female characters. Dynamics have been changed and removed as a result. X-Men is such a good story. If you follow that story, I mean, this thing came out in the 60s and it survived all this time because it's such a great story, and you're going to make the changes to it and destroy the story. I don't get it at this point, and it's becoming maddening just watching this shit happen over and over and over and over again. It's maddening at this point. These stupid agendas that these production teams are just constantly trying to shove up people's rectums is so annoying, it's not funny. I didn't even realize, because the first X-Men films that came out were such shitholes that I didn't really pay attention to them. I watched the first one in the theaters, and then the other two, Last Stand and the second one, I watched those when they came out on cable or something, wherever I could find them, because I wasn't going to pay to see them, because the first one was so bad. And the second one, everyone loved. I didn't care for that. And the third one was garbage. So I didn't really pay too much attention to that. But somebody was talking about Bryan Singer and a message he was pushing in the X-Men and those in his films. And I found out that, and once they showed the clips, I realized, yeah, they were pushing that. So they were pushing this idea that the mutants kind of represent homos, and the normies, the people that weren't mutants, were kind of people that were against homosexuality.
When did you first know you were
a mutant?
But you cut that out.
You have to understand, we thought Bobby was going to a school for the gifted.
Bobby is gifted.
We know that. We just didn't realize he
We
was...
still love you, Bobby. It's just this mutant problem is a little...
What mutant problem?
What exactly are you Professor of, Mr. Logan?
Art.
So once again, you got these white people coming in, going to use their homosexual agenda to kind of overtake and replace anything that represents black struggle. So anything that represents black struggle and that was used in the past to kind of talk about black struggle, these white homosexuals come in and they just gonna take it and use it for themselves, like they did with the whole term and woke movement. The woke term and the woke movement, homosexuals took that over to try to use it to boost their numbers. And now when you think of woke, you think of homosexuals and trannies. And it seems like they were doing this in the past even. So in the X-Men, obviously all fans know that the X-Men, that Stan Lee kind of used the civil rights struggle to represent this. You know, the mutants were a representation of blacks and what blacks were going through, and everybody else were a representation of what a lot of people within white society were doing to the blacks. That was what that story represented.
What? Mutant lover! Send out the muties and we'll burn them out! No more mutants!
Bryan Singer comes along and he's like, I'm gonna change the what this story was, what it represented, and instead I'm going to make it about people not being accepting of white homosexual boys. I'm gonna make it about my life. Oh, God. And so and that film series, I don't know if it failed or not, but it wasn't good. This film series, again, I don't know if it's gonna fail or not, because this newer generation, they really just literally just take whatever is given to them. I mean, this newer generation is now really accustomed to just bending over and taking it. Whatever's given to them, as long as it's some sort of entertainment or distraction, they'll just take it. They'll be like, well, anyone fights back against it, they're like, shut up, oldie. Shut up, grandpa. It's entertainment for me. I'll just take it, whatever it is. I don't care. Just give it to me. Just put it in there. Give it to me raw. It's so the movie will probably make it. You know, people will probably go. There'll be complaints online, but people, I guess, will pay and see it. I don't even know if Disney is making money off of these properties anymore. Maybe they are, and that's why they keep doing it. They did it with Eternals. They tried to kind of kick off phase. What is it? What was that? Phase 4 that's coming to an end now with the Eternals, and they did it there. They forced in homosexuality into that movie. They gender swapped characters for no reason, and the movie failed. And I guess they're not going to keep doing it. So they were like, well, let's not gender swap or anything like that. Let's just erase and remove the male characters. So the original X-Men characters, which consisted of mostly males, because again, these stories were made for a male audience, well, we're just going to erase that and remove it, and we're just going to make it for females. Why? Females do not care about these products that much to really go to the theaters and make this a big thing or big deal. If males don't want to see it, you're not going to make your money, which they know that at this point, but they're just going to keep doing it. Because, again, the people that are in the production rooms and in the writing rooms, they have like their own personal grievance or vendetta. And I'm telling you, that's what it is. They have some sort of vendetta, and they're angry and irrational. Because again, if you're a good writer or a good producer, you could easily make your own product, if you're good at anything, and push that product and see how it does. But no, they're like, well, we're going to purposely take these things that were originally created for males, and we're going to rework it and make it for females. And they're doing that. I mean, there's no other reason to do that. Because again, you wouldn't do that with female products. You're not going to take a female product, a female story, and turn it into something for men. You're not going to do that. Nobody would do that. It's stupid. And that's a waste of money and time. They're not going to do that. But they keep doing it with these male properties because they got some kind of vendetta that they just gonna, I want to hurt these males. I want to hurt them bad. So I'm going to take their stuff and I'm going to rework it. And I'm going to use, there was recently a story about the lead person on the She-Hulk series, and that she wanted to poke jabs at the damn man that hired her. I'm gonna sabotage my own career just to hurt the men. That's psychotic. You can push your own agenda in your own way. You can be creative and make your own thing. Plenty of women have done it in the past successfully. There have been plenty of successful female properties that have come and gone. I mean, huge properties. The Devil Wears Prada just had a big sequel that came out. It was a loved movie. Many people loved it. And they went and they saw it. There's a lot of female movies, stories, books, cartoons, television shows, comedies, songs that that are very successful. And so I don't even know where the fucking vendetta comes from or why it's there. It's like psychotic at this point. You can't even explain it at this point. These people are psychotic, and this movie is going to, I believe, if this is the full cast, this movie's going to fail. I can't even imagine a movie with these 4 females running around and just Cyclops. I can't imagine it. The X-Men grow. Eventually, all these different female characters come in. No male in the past looked at all these characters, Psylocke, Storm, Dazzler, Shadowcat, looked at these characters and said, why are all these women coming in? Nobody said that. So you can easily introduce these characters, but make it make sense with what the story is and where it came from. You don't erase major characters and then replace them with females that weren't even in the story at the time. Jesus Christ. They're gonna have Emma Frost in the beginning. Wasn't this bitch a villain in the beginning? When they first introduced her, wasn't she with the Hellfire Club? Why is she... Maybe she will be bad, but there's no Hellfire Club. Was she gonna work with Magneto or something? That doesn't make sense. He didn't work with her in the beginning. Where's the Brotherhood? You guys should have the Brotherhood. It should be in there then. There's so many characters. This story, has existed for so long following this pattern, and you're going to come in and say, well, the pattern works great. I'm just going to fuck up and destroy the entire pattern. Good luck. So, oh God. I wouldn't even be, I mean, I wouldn't pay to see this in the movies because I don't pay to see movies anymore. Also, I can't really go to the movies because I have 2 little boys and I don't want to take them to the theaters. I mean, little, like 1 is 7 months old. And I don't want to have to go into the theaters, and I don't pay for any of these streaming sites, so I wouldn't be able to see this for years anyway until it became free somewhere. So I wouldn't be able to see this immediately. So I'm not going to really know what it is based until like reviews come out or until I could see it myself. But this is going to fail. They're ending this last phase with this joke of a doomsday movie, which looks like an actual joke. This movie looks like a joke. They had us like a special look for the new Doomsday film. That Doomsday actually looked good and it looked like there could be potential, but there isn't. There's just too much stupidity going on in there. As far as the casting and all the different characters that are in there, shit that's not gonna make sense. That they're gonna have to explain. That's not gonna make sense. I mean, maybe Victor used magic to make his face look like Tony Stark's. Maybe. Who knows? Captain America, is he from another dimension? They just convoluted this shit so much more. I mean, comic books in themselves have these weird damn storylines. Characters dying and going to hell and fighting Satan and coming back to life and like weird stuff. But the movies, because they strayed so much, the movies are actually weirder than anything the comics have done. Shit is all over the place. Going from different timelines, different dimensions, realities, universes, and these... God, Jesus Christ. So, we'll see what the public says. I looked at the comments, and nobody in the comments was... everyone was like, this looks so great. Oh my God. I can't believe how good this is going to be. So good. My butthole itches right now. And so you kind of like, all right, well, no one, these are like AI things that Disney puts into the comments to kind of make their crappy products, look good to other people, or it's what I believe is just the general public is genuinely disbelieves this because they just accept whatever's given to them. And that's why games are becoming digital now, because they know the corporations know that the people that are actually consuming their product now, the new generation that's consuming their products, will literally bend over, spread their cheeks, and take whatever is given to them. So corporations can literally do anything to better themselves at the expense of the consumer, and the consumer will still take it and still give them the little bit of money that they don't even have. Because everybody's poor in this country, right? But still, they find some way to pump money into the pockets of these wealthy people. So it's just going to keep going, and I'm going to sit here ranting. If I don't, I got to go in the supermarket because I got to return some fish that's rotten and it stinks in the back of the car. So I'm going to go. Good luck.